Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Ashley. I'm a makeup enthusiast, not a makeup artist, so please don't get it twisted. Today's video is going to be super exciting because I'm trying out some of the new things that I got on Black Friday at Sephora. All of the times that I went shopping and I shouldn't have. So let's hop right. Oh, before we hop into today's video, let's do some disclaimers. If the lighting is weird, it's because I'm using lights because it's nighttime. I'm kind of whispering because my children are sleeping right there next to me, so they should be down for a bit. I think that's it. You also might be able to hear cars driving by. Sorry, traffic, live near a road, and coqui frogs. They're really loud. With that being said, let's hop into today's video. Okay guys, hi! Okay, we're gonna be using some new makeup. I went a little crazy during Black Friday. Kind of blacked out on some of the purchases. Also went a little bit crazy at Sephora. It is what it is. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, guys, because I upload 3 videos a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I'd love for you to join my little family. I'm just priming my face. I did not buy a new primer, surprisingly. Well, I did, actually, because I picked up this little kit, but actually, I'm going to use this primer. I'm going to put this on the outer perimeter of my face. And a little bit across my nose. I'm not going to be wearing this makeup for very long. I'm literally only going to wear it to film a couple videos. I'm only going to wear this makeup to film a couple videos, and then I'm going to be like taking it right off, so it's okay. I have tried this primer one other time. I did not really like it. I felt like it made everything underneath just kind of peel up, and at first I thought it was like maybe reacting with my foundation, or not my foundation, but my like skincare. But I had put my skincare on like, I want to say like 6 hours prior, so it's really weird that it would react with my skincare. But I mean, I guess it's not impossible. And we're also going to ignore Fred, Tom, and Hank, okay? They came to join the party. Nobody asked them. They weren't invited, but they thought it'd be okay to show up. Here we are. I'm very disappointed in them, by the way. Nobody invited them. Nobody told them to join us. And yet, here they are. I'm getting ready to do a shop. Not shop my stash. I'm getting ready to do I'm having a brain fart moment. Project Pan. That shouldn't have been so hard. This is not a new foundation. Again, I picked up a powder foundation. Y'all seen it. But I just want to use some cream products today because I'm going to be filming some other videos. So the other videos that I'm going to be filming, I'm going to be talking about this foundation. This is the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear. I'm having hormonal acne like freaking crazy. It's not even funny. This is horrible. But we're all human. We all have breakouts. Our skin cannot be perfect 24/7. Okay, I really don't ever talk about products that I hate, but man, I do not like that foundation. Hence why it's in a future project pan. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my Rose Ink concealer in LX40 or LX040. Oh, I like this little applicator. This is my first product from Rose Ink. I don't know why I felt the need to smell it. It's a little dark compared to the foundation that I have on today. The foundation's a little light for me. I honestly bought it in the wrong shade, and because there's no Sephora near me and I'm lazy, I just chose to keep it instead of trying to send it back. Anyway, the concealer looks a little dark. It's slightly concerning. However, the foundation is a little light for me. I bought it when I was not tanned. I'm not even at my tannest. That's not proper English. I'm not as tan as I can be. That has some coverage to it. I did not expect that. Okay, Rose Ink. I see you. I did not expect that at all. That was not anticipated. I was looking at some of their blushes, their cream blushes, but cream goes so bad so quickly that I was like, I'm gonna hold off. Now I'm like, you idiot, you should have bought it, because like you're loving the concealer. But you ever have that happen where like you try something from a brand and you're like, no, I'm not gonna try anything else just because I have so much of that product at home, and then you get home, you test out their product and you're like, I love it, I want everything from them. No, just me? Okay. I did pick up the new Dior blushes, but I'm not going to use that today. I'm going to go in with the Made by Mitchell blue shirt in a Shy Boy. I've had an itch in my throat all day and I can't seem to get rid of it. My kids are a little under the weather. Their cousin came up to the house and she was a little sick. Poor baby, sweet girl. And they're on antibiotics for an ear infection, so they're a little like immunocompromised, and it just kind of like knocked them down. And then Mama's been up with them round the clock, so I think I'm starting to get like, it's just a common cold. She had just a common cold, so I feel like they're getting the cold that she had, and I'm getting the cold that they have, because moms have no days off, if you didn't know. All these products are going to go on seamless today, only for me to wash my face and go in a bath as soon as I'm done filming. I'm now going to just add some dimension to my face. Because your girl, I ate good at Thanksgiving and I ate good at Christmas, and I'm not ashamed of it, okay? I did not starve myself. So, I'm gonna chisel out my cheeks and pretend that I didn't eat that extra slice of apple pie with Cool Whip. Okay, you guys want to have a funny with me? I'm an idiot. Okay, so this is gonna be like a TMI. So if you are a male watching, you know, just mute the video, or just know that you might be tainted from whatever's about to come out of my mouth, okay? Anyways, so airflow is coming soon, and I've only had 2 yeast infections my entire life. I've had a few bladder infections while pregnant with my daughter, but yeast infections I've only had 2. Well, I just got one, and I was like, took the medication for it, you know, yada yada, the things you do. And I was one day sitting home on Christmas Eve, just hanging out at home, and curiosity was like, and I was like, sweetheart, you've only had 2 yeast infections your entire life. Well, my hormones are starting to regulate again after my son's. So I was like, well, maybe it's like because my hormones are starting to regulate, and I know that I was there was like probably a ton of hormones in my body because I was carrying twins, and so this hormonal change is probably a lot. But I was like, let me just take an ovulation test, because maybe I'm ovulating, or like maybe it has something to do with like that. So I came and got an ovulation test. I had them from shortly after our wedding. My husband wanted us to start trying, and then we randomly fell pregnant. But anyway, we were lucky. We're very blessed by that. But anyway, so I went and grabbed a ovulation test, and what I thought was a pregnancy test. So when we moved away 2 years ago, we packed up all of our stuff, and we had it at my mom's house, and she was supposed to ship it where we were moving to, because I was too pregnant to have to hassle with that. And my husband and she was going to be shipping things because she was moving too. And so I was like, well, can we just all ship our things together? And she was like, yeah. I'm testing out from the One Size Little kit, the powder, and I'm actually kind of liking the powder. I don't feel like it's too heavy, but I do feel like it's definitely blurring my pores. I'm gonna have to use this in like regular daylight. However, I do feel like it's accentuating like hormonal acne down here, but that's to be expected. Hormones. But anyway, so I'm just giving a little bit of backstory along with the story. Just stay for it. You don't want to miss this one. Trust me. And if you've not already, please go grab a snack, because grab a snack and come back. I always think of Shoe Lover 99 every time I hear someone say like, go get a snack. I think of that sweet lady, and I'm like, go grab a snack and come back. Anyway, okay, off topic, not what I was talking about. Anyways, so after we had my daughter, we had bought ovulation tests because I did not want to get pregnant again. So I had bought them so that I could kind of like track ovulation, and we would know like when to avoid, like the time to avoid things. And so we had bought those anyways, and then we had fallen pregnant, or we didn't fall pregnant, so I just kind of like had stuck those away and forgot about them. Well, then when we got married and my husband wanted to start trying for kids, I didn't remember that we had any, so we bought more. Well, here's me. Here I am, and I'm like, okay, let's just see, maybe it is just hormones. So I go get these ovulation tests. I had some Amazon cheap whatever little strip kind, and I had the one that I thought was a pregnancy test. I'm sure all of you are seeing where this is going. It was a first response pregnancy test, and or pregnancy test, right? So I like just grabbed it. I didn't even think to like read the little like words at the very bottom. I just yanked it out of the container that we have it in, and I was like, just for shits and giggles, let me just test. It's not gonna hurt anything, right? Needless to say, I use the restroom, I do what I'm doing. I use the ovulation strip first. I lay that down. It's the little P's going across. I'm going in with the Auric holiday collection. I've been using this olive one so much. If you have not tried her, what are these called? Smoke Reflect, I would recommend them. The bottom is very creamy, but they're so easy to work with in like the most ununiformed uniform look. I don't even know how to explain it. Anyways, so I do the strip, and I'm like, okay, it's going. I dip the pregnancy test into my cup of my fluids, right? And I'm like, I go to lay it down, and I'm like doing something on the sink. I think I was like putting away like the toothpaste and all, like straightening up the counter, and I happen to look down, and I already see like the first like pregnancy line, and I was like, oh, this test is a dud, because normally the control line pops up first. And I was like, oh man, this test is a dud. And then the control line started to pop up, and I'm like, no way. And then I was like, no, I've got line eye. And for anyone who doesn't know, line eye is when you are trying to have a baby and you swear you can see a line that isn't there. So I was like, oh my gosh, I've got line eye. That's definitely what I have. And so I'm like trying really, really hard to like wait till both of these lines are either really prominent or whatever. So my kids are outside the bathroom door like, mom, you know, how they normally are in my videos. And so I'm like, okay, I'm coming. So I quickly clean up everything, set a timer, because at this point I only had about like the minute left. So I like set up the timer for my extra minute, and I'm like, I'll come back when my alarm goes off. So they were ready for bed. They wanted to nurse. So I go in the room, I start nursing them back to sleep. I get them to bed. They were really tired, so it didn't even take them that long. And then my alarm goes off, and of course it would wake them up. Off topic. But it woke them up, and so I jump out of bed and I rush into the restroom to like look at this test. And I see 2 lines on the test, and like instinctually, what do you do when you see a line on your test? You of course whip your phone out and send a frantic video to your best friend, because that's what I did. If that's not what you don't do that? Okay, can't relate. Anyways, so I literally whip my phone out and I'm like, Tessa, what am I supposed to do? Oh my gosh, we just had the twins. Like, I'm frantic, okay? I'm pacing back and forth. I'm having a legit panic attack. Now, please don't get me wrong. I love children. I would be honored if Yeshua would bless me with another baby. I'll take it in a heartbeat. Am I ready for another baby? I don't think so. But again, if Yeshua blesses me with another baby, I'm gonna do it. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I just had the twins. Like, I do not want any more. My husband has been talking that he wants some more, and I'm like, no, you know, like, let's wait. So I'm over here like having a panic attack, and it's like late. It's Christmas Eve. I'm like, I'm not gonna call my best friend and run her festivities with her family. I'm going in with the Myra Cosmetics and Comet, the Lucid Cream Shadows. And so I'm like, I'm not gonna mess up her Christmas Eve, so just because I don't celebrate this holiday doesn't mean I have to ruin someone else's holiday, you know? Like, so I'm like frantic, and I'm like, my sister, let me call my sister. And I call my sister, I'm like frantic, I'm explaining to her what's going on. I'm call her, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like, oh my gosh, I'm like freaking out. She's like trying to calm me down, because again, literally on the verge of passing out from a panic attack. Again, like I said, my alarm that I'd set woke my kids up, and then, as if that didn't wake them up enough, I jolted out of bed, which woke them up even further. So where they were kind of groggy, me jumping out of the bed made them frantic and like woke them up. So here I am, like rushing into this, like panicking, talking to my sister, trying to calm myself down, and she's like, baby, like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? Why are you frantic? Like, what? Like, explain yourself. And I'm like trying to get some words in as I'm like pacing back and forth and like on the verge of passing out, hyperventilation. And I'm like, I gotta call you back, I gotta get my kids to sleep again, because mom life, that's what moms do. And so I get my kids, and I'm like, come on, let's go to sleep, like, let's go night-night, like trying to like distract my mind. And so I'm going to tap over the starlight shade and the lucid shadows, and I'm like, let's go to sleep, like I just want an extra dimension, I want to really look wet. So I'm just gonna tap that over ever so gently, and then I'm gonna go back in with that auric shade, and I'm gonna take the topper from the entice shade, yes, and I'm just gonna go over both of those. I want to look like my eye is slathered in wet foil or something, I don't know. So I'm like trying to explain to her what's going on, and I can't seem to do it. So I'm like, okay, I gotta put my kids to sleep. So I take the kids, and I'm like, come on, let's go back to bed. And I'm like laying there, and I'm like, if Yeshua gave it to you, if Yahweh gave you one, like, you're fine, like, it's good, you got this, he knows you got this, so you got this. At which point I text another friend, and I'm like, so guess what might be happening, because I just can't wrap my brain around the fact that, like, I think I just saw these two little lines, right? Like, I'm like, did I see this? Am I tripping? Or did I see this? And so of course I'm like, girl, you know you saw what you saw. Like, you saw it. It happened. And so I'm like, okay. Like, texting her, I'm starting to calm down. The kids fall asleep. And I walk back in to take my evidence out of the bathroom, because everyone's going to be home soon. I'm not trying to have anyone know, like, until I can get to a doctor or whatever. And so I go in the restroom, and I'm trying to clean up all of my evidence. And as I pick up the wrapper, so what I did was I put like a paper towel, and then I put some toilet paper, and then I put the wrapper, and I laid the test on top of the wrapper so that it doesn't touch the counter. I mean, I still disinfect the counter, but it just makes me feel better, okay? Don't ask questions you don't want answers to. I'm OCD, okay? I'm OCD. Okay, so anyways, so I'm like cleaning up, and I pick up the wrapper to this test that I thought was a pregnancy test. And then at this point I've calmed down enough that I can read. And it says first response, ovulation test. Ovulation test. So I panicked, thinking I was having another child over an ovulation test. Okay, so I'm gonna pop off, do my brows, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that we've all made fun of me, and we all know how much of an idiot I am, we're gonna move on. But yes, I sure did. I sure did. I sure did panic. Yes, sirree, Bob. Don't know who Bob is, but I did. I panicked. I was like, no stinking way. Well, I just have a ton of blush to my face. It's okay. It's okay. I haven't bronzed yet, so it'll all come together. Just bear with me. Bear with me. It'll all come together. Bear with me. I will be having a video coming on these Rose and Ben Beauty brushes. I have some thoughts. On the brushes, for sure. For sure, have some thoughts. I'm gonna go in with my Gucci bronzer and a Rose and Ben Beauty brush. So I used this bronzer the other night, and I was like a little bit scared because it looked really intense after applying. Like after first application, I was like super like scared because it looked really intense. It looked really good on my face. It did. It like blended seamlessly. It reminds me a lot of like the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush bronzer formulation, in the sense that it blends so seamlessly. However, it doesn't remind me of it. It reminds me of like a slightly easier to work with one, because I feel like sometimes that bronzer can get out of hand, especially like if you're an in-between shade. Like let's say you're light to medium and you pick up the medium shade, but you're more of like you're more on the light side, you can go a little too heavy really quickly with that bronzer. Anyways, with this bronzer, I used it the other night and I was a little scared because I was like, oh my gosh, what the heck? Because I was panicking because I'd used it the other night and it looked really harsh on my face at first. And I was like, I went in with way too much. I really don't like this. Hi, honey. And I went in with it and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't like it. I look crazy. Like, I now have to go out. I didn't have time to fix my face, so I was like, I now have to go out and to public like this. Like, what the heck? However, the longer it was on, it like warmed up to my face and it looked so beautiful and so like natural, like my bronze. It was like it added the correct amount of bronze back onto my face without looking makeup-y. I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes makeup can look makeup-y, but it did not look makeup-y at all. It actually looked really nice. By the end of the night, I liked it 10 times more than when I had initially put it on, and I liked it initially putting it on, so do with that as you may. I mean, do with it what you will. That's just my take on it. I will say it's really perfumey, and I can smell the perfumey smell way after I've used it. Anyways, I'm gonna go in with this one size Until Dawn. Whoa. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. That was very fragranced. Like, very fragranced. Yeah, I'm definitely taken back by the fact that that smells like straight perfume. That better make my face. I mean, I'm not going to wear this for very long. I'm going to film about 2 more videos. So, we have that going for us. But other than that, I'm going to go in with my Givenchy lip. Sheer Velvet Lip in Nude Bose. This is shade 16. Yes. I love it. I want it all. I need it all. Every shade. This feels like silk going on my lips. There's a nice fragrance to it too. I went in a little intensely, but I know that I think you can do sheer, which is why it's called sheer. Like, you could do a sheer layer of this. I went in intensely because I have really dry lips right now, and I wanted to see if it would accentuate it. And it is not actually accentuating it. Or accentuating my lines. I know that sometimes some lipsticks can definitely accentuate the lines in my lips. Do I like this? I feel like this makes my teeth look weird. What do you think? Leave it in the comments. Do you think it makes my teeth look weird? I don't know. I'm gonna pop off on some mascara, some lashes, and I shall be right back. Okay, before I pop on mascara, I'm gonna take this Myra Cosmetics eyeliner in soft gold and throw it on my waterline. And that completes today's look using all the new makeup that I have. So let's do a quick rundown. The Auric Cosmetics. I love this. I love them. I kind of want to go get all the Smoke Reflex. I know when she came out with these, I was kind of iffy because I wasn't into cream shadows. And then when I finally was like, well, let me try it because I want to talk about it on my channel, they were sold out. So I never got them. I'm glad I got the holiday collection, and it really makes me want to go purchase the rest. But because I purchased all the Myra cream shadows, I'm like, creams go bad quicker, and these are going to be on your eyes. Like, do you really want? So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to, but they're that good. If you are looking for a similar ish look, the Rowan cream shimmers are kind of similar to the toppers of the 2 that I have, in the sense that they make your eyelid just look like you have so much going on and you really only use like 2 things. I can achieve a similar look without the Myra, but I wanted to use those because I wanted the gold underneath of this reflect, because I feel like it really makes those gold shimmers in here pop. The Moira Cosmetics Moira Cosmetics cream shadows. I love them. I have 5. I went and picked up 2 more. The liners, I love them. I have them in almost every shade. I just picked up the peach one, and it should be here soon. And the Rose Ink Concealer. I'm loving it. It's really nice, and it's hydrating. Sometimes concealers, can you hear my hair scraping on that? Sometimes my concealer can look really dry, and lately my skin has been drier, and I'm having an outstanding makeup day. And considering I'm just gonna wash this off, I'm kind of sad. The Gucci bronzer. I'm not mad that I got it. I'm really enjoying it. It does look natural, like my natural glow. If I wiped off one side of my face, you wouldn't be able to distinguish, because I can see it at my hairline, my natural tan, and it looks spot on. It's a little warmer than my natural tan, I would have to say. That's the only thing, is it's slightly ever so like more warm. I'm a olive undertone, so like my warm is more, I don't know, I have a bronzier warm. This is more of like a yellow orange warm, but it doesn't look bad. It looks really nice. The Dior's blush, the two that like TikTok made go viral. I thought I got lipstick, but it's just I scratched myself. Anyways, the two blushes from Dior, love them, can't get enough. I want them to come out in like a couple different shades, other than the pink and the coral shade, because they're that good. The Gucci lipstick, I want it in every color. It is so beautiful. It went on so nice, and I wish you could just feel like through the screen what I'm feeling, because man, oh man, I haven't felt anything like this. It's definitely a luxury lipstick, and I'm not mad that I have it in my collection. This little one size kit, I can attest to the setting spray. I did test it the other night on Christmas night, and by the time I got home, almost nothing had budged. Almost nothing. The primer, again, I don't know if maybe it reacted with something in my skincare, but like if I rubbed my hand across my chin, there was like little, like, have you ever done like those masks where like your skin is dry and you go and you like start scrubbing it on your skin, and it has like these weird like what look like skin particles forming? That's what it looked like. So I have to continue to test this, but so far right now it looks really so good. The powder is blurring. Like, when I say blurring, I done lost my little mirror. When I say blurring, like, if this was better lighting, like a better lighting situation, because I do use a lot of natural light, so if I had better lighting, I would zoom you in and you would be like, where are your pores? Because you look porcelain. Like, one side of my little hand mirror is magnified, and I mean, you can see that I have some pores here, but like they're almost non-existent. It was at first clinging to this little breakout that I picked at, but it's no longer clinging to that. I mean, this is pretty hidden. Like if I was in person and I was if I was looking at someone wearing my makeup, I would be able to see it in person up close, but it's not accentuating it. Now in 6 hours it may accentuate it, and I can't attest to that, but as of right now, my skin is looking good. I kind of want to go party. I'm just kidding. I don't do that. I'm a lame-o. Anyways, yes, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching me test new makeup. If you are not already, please subscribe, like I said earlier, because I upload 3 videos a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I'd love to have you join my little family. and talk about makeup and new releases, and did I pick it up? If I picked it up, I won't tell you about it. What do I think about it? Like, let's just join me so that we can do this. There'll be kids in the back. It's mayhem. It's a lot of fun. And with that being said, I shall catch you in the next one. Bye.